Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, my dear vascular surgeon. I will try to summarize what I have learned from LINC 2026 meeting. Obviously, there was many things which the endovascular industry have put forward for us to learn. One of the very interesting cases that I have learned from is a live case from Mount Sinai. Mount Sinai, very well known hospital in the United States, perform a lot of endovascular procedure. And although the weather on the East Coast was -20, but still they were able to go to theater and perform a very nice case. I will summarize the case quickly. It was patient with critical limb-threatening ischemia, CLTI, with wrist pain, and he has ankle brachial pressure index of 0.3. He have all the risk factor of hypertension and diabetes and ischemic heart disease. His ejection fraction was very low, so option for surgery was not available for this patient. And this patient angiogram, as you can see, there is a superficial femoral artery segment total occlusion, CTO, and it is reconstitute just at the knee level. So this is total occlusion, this is a profunda, and they went from crossover sheath, which is 7 French, and this is a situation or pre-intervention angiogram. It has 2 vessel runoff, anterior tibial peroneal, posterior tibial is totally occluded. So they want to solve the problem of the total SFA occlusion, which has been treated in the past with a drug-coated balloon but re-occluded again. And there is a marked calcification in this patient. So this is the setup of this case. Now, they have used a device which is probably not available in Egypt. And this is percutaneous transarterial bypass, or what is called BTAP. BTAP is a new device which is being offered to do a percutaneous bypass procedure. It's over long segment. It can go to 20 to 46 centimeter of chronic total occlusion, CTO, of superficial femoral artery. And it is advocated by company which is named Endologic Company, a very well-known company for aortic endografting, and now they have developed this system, which is called Detour system, which is a very nice system to cross SFA total occlusion. It is totally percutaneous device. And here is a video that will explain the procedure in animation. And this is from the website of Endologics. And hopefully it will explain what they are doing. As you can see, it reads very long occlusion, total SFA occlusion, up to 40 centimeters. It is 135 long catheter with needle. And what is unique here is needle orientation. So you do crossover contralateral side and you do ipsilateral venous axis in order to snare the wire. Here is the venous axis. You put a snare and this is the orientation. Reverse L and T. Here you puncture the vein. You push the wire, you coat it with the snare, then you go down. And then you balloon and you put an endograft at the proximal end. So here is balloon dilatation. And then you put 6 centimeter endograft to secure the proximal end. And then you put the device, and now is normal L and T to go from the vein to the artery. If you are anterior, and here's the needle, and then you push the wire. And then you cover the whole thing with a via band. If you put 2 segments, you must have 6 centimeter overlap. This is essential, not 1 centimeter, 6 centimeter overlap of synthetic material. And their patency rate is very good, it's 80% at 1 year. So blood go from artery to vein, then from vein to artery to perfuse the leg. And it's exactly like a fempo bypass. And it already got FDA approval, but it's not available in Europe for other European countries. So what is important here is the direction. We used to do pioneer caster to do such a puncture where you have IVUS, intravascular ultrasound, but you can use it without an IVUS. In the proximal end, you get a reverse L and T. Okay. And in the distal end, you get normal L. So this is in the proximal end is the reverse L and T. And in the distal end, you get L and T. Once you get this configuration, your needle is directed from the vein to the artery. And this is important. And again, this is what they have done. And you can see the proximal end. Here is the snare from the venous side. Here is the needle, puncture artery to vein. And then they snare it and pull it down. It went a very, very straightforward procedure. And at the distal end, it was a little bit difficult. You can see this is the normal L and T-shaped. And this is a needle going from the vein to the artery at the distal end to do the recanalization. And it was very nice case. I've also learned they have used a wire called Grand Slam by Asahi company. And this wire, which I haven't used before, Grand Slam wire, seemed to be of very good pushability. And I went into the internet for its specification. It's a stiff shaft, and product by Asahi, and provide additional support for delivery of other devices. So it is kind of peripheral support wire. It has a flexible tip, so the tip is flexible, and it is less traumatic during use. The specification is 0.014 hydrophilic wire, available in 100 centimeter, 180 and in 3 meter configuration. The tip load is 0.7 gram, and this is quite tough. So it can load devices, the Grand Slam wire. What I have learned from this case is there is new devices that we need in Egypt to be available, although they will be expensive, and we need to know about them and to offer the patient this option. New wires by Asahi to peripheral situation. I think Asahi proved itself to be a very good company providing wire for peripheral intervention. Endovascular option, you can use multiple options. You can use crack and pave technique using multiple endovascular devices, atherectomy devices, lithotripsy, and also you can use PTAP. So we have more option. And for candidates going for an exam, like FRCS exam of vascular, you must need to know these options and to know which one to use at which situation. This is very important. That's why this meeting is very important. If you need training for this device, don't get the device and then book a case to do it. Doesn't go like this. You must get a training courses by Endologics in order to do such procedure. And I was surprised with the 1 year patency rate of 80%. This is really impressive. So it was a very nice live case from Mount Sinai in USA. I've learned a lot from it and I thought to share it with you. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. And over the next series, I will try to prepare more things that I have learned from LINC 2026. I wish you all the best.